Suits LA Episode 12 featured some of the spin-off's best moments, but the historic return of Louis Litt only adds to the drama's wasted potential. Rick Hoffman's renowned lawyer was one of the best characters on Suits, and his appearance in the West Coast spin-off was a breath of fresh air amid the weighty stories and emotional backstabbing. The Suits LA ensemble is led by Stephen Amell as Ted Black, Stuart Lane's former business partner and best friend, along with Erica Rollins, Lex Scott Davis, and Rick Dodson, Brian Greenberg. The core four form two rival legal firms, and unfortunately, Suits LA's weak concept got the spin-off off to a bad start, and the show has battled to find its footing since its February premiere. Whether it was the overly filtered flashback scenes, the awkward exchanges between half-baked characters, or the unnecessarily dark overtones, Suits LA rapidly produced a perplexing impression that was at odds with the franchise's larger identity. Aside from explaining Suits LA's low ratings, the spin-off's startling tone allowed former cast members such as Hoffman's Louis Litt to take the spotlight. Louis Litt's return in Suits LA. Episode 12 is mostly comedic, yet he remained the most character by far, where they bond over their traumas and prior betrayals by work rivals. Gabriel Macht's Harvey naturally plays Ted Black's equivalent once more, and cause a scene while fighting over a bell card, ranging from digs at the other anger management attendees. Suits LA lacks the humor and wit that made the original so enjoyable to watch. Unfortunately, the success of Louis Litt's debut just highlights how different Suits LA seems from the original series. While Suits is still known as sensual, smart, and one of the best legal dramas of all time, the West Coast spin-off deviated from the norm, focusing on narrative twists rather than creating a solid basis. While Suits was appealing from the start, Suits LA's pilot was all about betrayal, an intriguing concept, but one that needed a pre-existing relationship to the characters for it to succeed successfully. Suits knew the power of a steady burn, but Suits LA appeared to play fast and loose in comparison. Rather than laying the atmosphere for entertainment law and its California setting, Suits LA jumped right into the deep end with mob bosses and dark pasts. The various twists in Suits LA Episode 1 were unearned and insignificant, yet the consequences were crucial for the rest of the season. The spin-off attempted to shift to moments on occasion, but the looming presence of Ted's deceased brother or Stuart's deadly client produced an overbearingly dark tone that curtailed any remaining humorous elements in Suits LA. Sadly, Suits LA no longer has time left to its mistakes. Suits LA Episode 12 is the improvement over its terrible pilot, but the spin-off will be unable to learn from its mistakes. NBC has officially canceled Suits LA, therefore Episode 13 will serve as both the Season 1 and overall series finale. It's feasible that the West Coast spin-off could have perfected its identity with the second season, utilizing its most successful episodes as a benchmark. Unfortunately, the persistent drama of Ted Black's dark history turned off many viewers early on, and Suits LA was unable to reclaim lost popularity. While its overly dramatic tone was probably a contributing factor, Suits LA's termination was predictable. The original Suits series is so well known and popular that any successor must work twice as to capture the franchise's unique vitality. In an attempt to demonstrate its uniqueness, the spin-off felt too detached from its predecessor. In attempting to replicate the original's distinct atmosphere, the spin-off felt cheap. Suits LA had a fine line to walk, but it could never completely find its feet without the support of original cast members.